Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome to the Tactical Husband Show. I'm your host, Sailor, the Tactical Husband. And on today, we got another project, new product, I should say, and project. Oh, what is this? What is this? This is the Winchester Wildcat 22 long rifle. Been wanting me to get a good little 22 long rifle. So I got me one, and let's take it to the tabletop and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get her unopened and show you what it looks like. Bam, there it is. There's a lock that nobody used. Let's get this big old box out of the way so we can actually look at the rifle. If I don't knock everything off my desk. Bye-bye, box. There we go. So here it is. All right. So this is a injector mode. It's not. I think it's injector molded or it's a Kydex style material. Frame. It's got a. I think it's a 16-inch barrel. Yep, 16-inch barrel, and it comes with a 10-round rotary style magazine. And another cool thing about these little Wildcats here, they will take a Ruger 1022 magazine, so that's pretty cool. We got one right here, 1022 magazine. Check it out. Goes right in. Well, there it goes. So these are the 25-round Ruger magazines, and it's got two ways of releasing the magazine. You got the little tab right here, or you can pull back on these and it pops loose. You got either one. Now, it does come with ghost ring sights, and it has a last bolt hold open on it. So when you do this, you can hold the bolt back. Now, to release it, you can either pull back or hit that tab right there. See, it falls forward. Now, with the factory rotary magazines here, when you put them in, make sure it's seated, it has a last round bolt hold on it. Okay, and you drop the magazine, but now with a Ruger magazine, it does not. See, it does it with the Ruger magazine, but you know, that's fine. It's got your typical safety right here, and it's pretty easy to take down. All you have to do is push this button back in here, and I got big fingers. I might not be getting it pushed all the way. As it should just push. I'm having a hard time getting my finger in there. Let me get something in there to push hard on it. There it went. There you go. And there's your whole fire control mechanism right there. Every bit of it. So you can take it apart and clean it. And it goes in pretty standard like it come out. You got to get it in there like this first, and then bam, there you go. Everything works. Yep. So this is it. It's pretty cool. Thank you for your help, Blue. Appreciate that. And I got a little thing that I'm going to put on it, and that is the Triton Ronin 126 by 20 LPVO. I'm going to put that on there. All right. So let's go ahead and start doing that. We'll get all the junks out of the way that we don't need anymore, and get the mount. All right, so this uses a star bit. Let me get my handy dandy tool right here. Find the right star bit for it. Well, I did that the first time. I'm normally not that lucky. All right. There's one. And now we'll take the rest of these out. Okay, now I got all the caps off here. I'm going to get this one put on there because when you're doing one of these, just like any other scope, you want to just do a little bit, don't get it really tight, so you can make sure it's level and get it on the rifle the way you want it. Well, it looks good for you, you know. And all I'm going to do is just get one on each side just to get it in there to hold it on so I can get it mounted first. Because like I said, we're not fully mounting it yet. This is just to get it on the gun and see what I like so I can make adjustments to it. I'm just eyeballing it right now. Like I said, I'm just trying to get it to where I can get it on the gun and see what it looks like. See if where I want it's where I'm going to put it, you know. It's so cool though that they gave you a mount. That's pretty nifty. Now it looks like we got a different size for the mounts here. The big ends. Are you kidding me? I did that the second time, just right on the money. Maybe to buy a lottery ticket. No. Alright. Let's see here. Might need to loosen her a little bit more. And you got these 3 screws like that. You don't want to just tighten one down. You want to get it a little bit further down. Then you want to go to another one. There you go. That's enough to hold it on. Now we're just going to snug it up slightly. That's enough so she don't fall off. This, like I said, this is just to see if that's where I like it. Alright, so just putting it up there to my face, I'm going to have to adjust the actual LPVO just back a little bit. Okay, so that's still kind of weird, so what we're going to do is I'm going to scoot it forward a little bit, see what that looks like. Come right back to you. Okay, so I got the mount where I wanted it. Now I'm going to do a little Loctite on them, so that way it never will come loose. You know, shake the crap out of that Loctite, get it on there, get it all good like. And then we're going to take a little dab and put on a cardboard box here. All right, so I've already got it fairly tight, but what we're going to do is loosen. Let me make sure these are tight so it stays in where I want it. Okay. So to do this, don't need a lot, just a little, about like that. That coat all the way around. I'm not as steady with that as I am on my fingers, so let's go ahead and get it in there. There we go. And you're probably thinking, why'd you do it with your fingers, Wesley? Or why'd you start with the center one, I should say? Well, the reason I started with the center one is because that's going to be an equal pressure spot. instead of starting on the backs. And we're just going to snug it up. Now, before we go any further, we're going to look at the mount before that sets up and make sure it looks even. It doesn't move. All right, it's looking pretty good. Now, this is where we get our handy dandy torque screwdriver, and we're going to take this bad boy up to 20 inch-pounds. Right there. 20 inch-pounds. That's what the manufacturer calls for. There we go. That bad boy is set. All right, we don't need the bigger one anymore because that means it's over with. All right. Okay, so I got the rifle in my vise. It's just tight enough to keep it secure. And I made sure the rifle's level with this torpedo level. Okay, it's perfectly level. So what you want to do is you want to check if it's leveled that way, which it is. And you want to check if it's level this way. Now it's a little bit off. It's a little bit too much this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to slightly loosen the screws so we can twist it. Now I'm not going to use the ratcheting because I got to be kind of accurate with this point. You just want them loose enough so they'll move, or that the LPVO will twist and see like that. Okay, there we go. So this part's not going to change because this is what's the level part this direction. The thing that we can change this way is, oh wow, that's almost, whoop, whoop, whoop. And if you see, I'm just hand tightening. All right, that's almost perfect. Now we need to check up and down. You just push it flush. Man, I've had two, like, that's not the third thing that's went great with me today, so maybe I should buy a larger ticket. All right, so now that we got this in there, if you care about little gaps on either side, I don't, so it's not a big deal to me. As long as it's in there tight and correct, that's all that matters to me. Now, when you're doing these boats and you got two on each side on each mount, what you want to do is you want to do a crisscross pattern. Now, right now, I'm just getting every boat in here snug so that I can check everything. And then I'm going to take each boat out to make sure, or to put Loctite on it. I'm not going to worry about this side's got a tiny gap, this side's flush. That doesn't bother me. My OCD ain't that bad. So if yours is, by all means, do what you got to do to fix it. But I'm also on the point where it's level. I'm happy with that. You know what I'm saying? It's leveled, it's mounted. We're going to roll with it. All right. So every time you're tightening with something like this, it's like putting on lug nuts on a car. You want to always go in a star pattern. Or crisscross. Crisscross. Here I am dropping screws again. let's do something. I've got my little, see if this works for this one. It did. Yeah, this thing magnetizes and demagnetizes. Got it in that little screwdriver set. Really nifty. Might have to give me some more Loctite. Yeah, I'm gonna put some more of the boxes, kind of absorbed it. There we go. Let me get that Loctite, guys. Put a little bit more on the zip box. Boop. Oh no, it's starting to. On the drip out the lid, yeah. All right, so we got that one. Get this one out. All right, they're all nice snug. Now we need this. Go to our handy dandy torque screwdriver. We'll back it back down to 15 pounds. 15 pounds. So on the mount to the Picatinny rail, that's a 20-inch pound. On these screws for the LPVO itself, they're 15. So just remember that. And remember to go into cross pattern. Now I just, like I said, I snugged them up with hand. I didn't really crank down on them because of the simple fact that I know I was going to be coming in and doing this. There we go. One more check. Bam. 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 Wick wag bit of bam. Don't mind me, I'm not that smart. Kind of stupid. All right, there we go. Let's lock this bad boy out. And there she be. Check her out. The 22 LR with the LPVO. I think this is going to be a fun shooter right here. Now, I just got to get to the range and have some fun with it.